Hey everybody, I just wanted to jump on and give you a quick little video on 4 ways your staff can actually increase patient experience. This is everything patient or your staff can do without you even being involved, and it's a great way to help retain your patients. The first thing is, the most important probably, is patient or your phone etiquette. Your front desk, when they answer the phone, do they answer it with a smile? Do they greet your patients with a smile? You want them to be happy and smiling, and it shows on the phone if they're not doing those things. You want them to make sure they get the patient's information before they hang up. Just because it's a good patient lead. If it's a new patient calling and they're calling to ask questions, you want to get their information so you can follow back up and make sure that you get them scheduled. That's super important. The second thing you want to make sure you do is during your treatment plan or your consultation, you want to make sure the provider explains to the patient everything that your practice has to offer. You want to explain why you're different, and you also want it to be you want to make sure the patient knows everything that your practice does so that they don't have to go somewhere else to get it done. You want to keep them there as much as possible and provide as many services to help your patient that you feel comfortable doing so that they don't have to go 20 other places. So just making sure your patients know what you have to offer in your practice is a really, really big way to help keep patients. Third thing is response time. This goes with your nurses returning phone calls, your MAs returning phone calls. You can't always answer a phone when a patient calls if they're in clinic. That's understood. Just make sure your voicemail states, if we're in clinic, we will call you back the next day, so they know what to expect. If it's your front desk, they need to be calling patients back as soon as possible. So if they are with a patient, they can say, please hold, finish with the patient in front of them, and then get on the phone with them. Otherwise, the patients are going to get called back, first thing the next day if they're calling after business hours. It's super important. Make sure you follow up and call them back as soon as possible. The fourth big thing is asking for reviews. You want to ask for reviews following your patient's visits, either with email blasts to the patient or a text, or both. Works really well. Some people respond to one versus the other, so it's good to have both options. The reason you want to ask for reviews is because, one, you want to build up your online presence by having a lot of reviews. Having a lot of reviews is just as important as your patients telling their friends to come see you. So that's super important to have a lot of reviews, especially because every once in a while you're going to get a bad review. And so having a lot of positive reviews offsets your bad one. It just happens. Not everybody's going to be happy. It's just the way it is. It's not you necessarily. It could be your staff, but it's good to know what's going on in your practice. So make sure you ask for patient reviews because you want to offset the bad ones. Thank you so much for listening to this. Please subscribe to my channel. Feel free to ask me any questions, comments below, and follow me on social media. Thank you.